You're tuned in to Kana's Corner, the only place to get all your 91.8 fan goodness. There are other DJ shifts, but why would you want to listen to those? Because right now, have Austin from Eigo Manga on. Say hi to all the people out there.
Hey everybody, it's good to be on the show and everything, and I'm just really excited to be on the show.
Can you tell a little bit about our listeners about what it is that you do at Eigo Manga?
Yeah, basically we are a publishing studio. We publish our own brand of comics, obviously influenced by the manga, and so I guess you can call ourselves like a original English language manga publishing company. In the same van as Mega Tokyo and some of the stuff that Tokyo Pop does. So basically, we publish original English manga, and we do a lot of anime branded stuff around the city as well. So that's pretty much what we do.
That's cool. Very awesome. How did you get involved with Eigo Manga yourself?
Okay, yeah. Basically, it's a long story. I started off as a fan back in high school. In basic, well, I guess I was in class of 2000, no, 98. And in 96, I was a big anime fan, and I was in Texas. And they introduced us to Japanese, like the actual language class in our school, in our Texas school. And that's where I was exposed to a lot of anime and all that stuff. And then when I left, when I went to college, I just wanted to get into anime. Like it was really difficult back then because there's like really no barrier of interest entry, and there was a lot of red tape with working at Marvel and DC. So I just decided to do my own thing and um, open up a website and get my comics out there, like as far as like as a web comic. And then I discovered there's a lot of other great artists out there, like on the internet. So I decided to invite them to my site and just put your stuff on our site. So we started off as a website back in 2000, and I guess in 2004 we actually get our first line of books out to stores and such. And yeah, it's just you just learn as you go along. It's kind of like Comic Party. It's the anime that's about a bunch of kids starting a comic book company. So that I kind of think of that's how we were, just a bunch of kids out of high school and college, just really love what we're doing, and we just got together to start a studio, and just learning as we've been learning things as we gone along, and having a lot of fun too.
Well, that's very neat, and it seems like your focus is very driven towards the sort of, the fans who are fans, because you tend to pick up a lot of webcomic artists, correct?
Yeah, pretty much. We a lot of web comics come our way. We also find them as well, and that's a weird question because basically we're trying to be very competitive out in the industry. There's already an inherent stigma about Americans doing manga or anybody outside of Japan doing manga. So we're battling that, and just we're trying. Basically we start off the best works out is what we get out there, and we bring it under our brand, brand, and circulate it and everything. And I guess if anything, the core goal is that we're just trying to get it a lot of independent artists an opportunity to get their stuff published and circulated out there and such. Because like I said earlier, I cut a lot of red tape and hurdles when I tried to get my comic out into the big leagues, and I just wanted to have a studio where there aren't any hurdles like that. So
Now,
that,
you guys actually make a lot of, from what I know, a format for mobile devices such as PSPs and such. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
yeah, we started. We actually went full force last year, but we first made our first initiative into mobile devices back in 2004, where we released a PSP pack. It's you can read our comics on the PSP portal, a PSP um, mobile device, and back then it was just pretty much like a USB. You just plug in your memory stick and you upload the comics onto your PSP device through the memory stick and everything. And that was pretty cool. It was really nice that just to do it and everything. And then we had some cell phone comics and such. But last year we really got into full force by releasing apps for the iPhone, and it's just been a very exciting experience so far. Just seeing your stuff on the iPhone, and we go through a huge new level of a new audience. People who would normally go to a comic book store to check out a comic book, or people who wouldn't normally go to like a website or a manga or anime website to read a comic. Now, like if they can't help but see our stuff if they open up their iPhone store, um, and this it's like we're playing off the curiosity thing, and it's pretty nice. It's a nice new initiative and such, and we're excited to be releasing um, um, iPads pretty soon. So that's
Yeah, I
gonna
was
be
gonna ask about that.
yeah. Our apps are already pretty much iPad ready because basically like iPad apps are just iPhone apps anyway. So, but we're trying to retrofit our apps to be more to utilize more of the iPad features and such. So, I hope to have like a video presentation on our site soon with one of our comics being manipulated with the iPad. So
Oh, you can brag about that one. That'll be cool.
yeah, yeah. So I'm really excited about that, and going to be bragging to everybody at Apple at the Macworld on Thursday that I got an iPad app. We have like a because we have a there's like a big Mac World here at San Francisco, and that's where everybody shows off their apps and everything. So anyway,
But no, that's cool. That's kind of like you kind of run into the comic book store with like your best card, and it's like, look which one I have in your face. So I totally understand.
yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of have that that attitude when it comes to like other publishers, because everybody wants to be a cutting edge. Like everyone wants to one up each other, like Viz or Tokyo Pop or whatever. But we're all so synergetic. We all still try to work together. But um, when it comes to like cutting edge technology, everyone wants to just see that they're first to be a part of it and everything. So
Well, it's natural that the competition sort of keeps the industry trekking, and without that, people get bored.
yeah, exactly. It's just amazing how fast technology is, and what and how people still use like information, but they want to see information in a different way. So so especially when it comes to like our demographics, 18 to 35, the tech savvies, they always want to see new things and send and receive information in a new way. So we like to stay on that. We like to just to be involved with, have our ear to the door and see what we can do. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Very cool. And do you actually think that in the future, this will develop into anything else, like sort of the next big thing? You guys are going to jump on it, or?
The next big, well, we're seeing how things go. The iPhone apps and mobile apps are doing pretty well. They pretty much do more well of awareness. Like from our numbers, we get a lot of orders in from like our physical books for some reason. Like a lot of people check out our apps on like mobile devices, but what's great about it is that they actually go around and call their comic books store owner or their librarian and ask for our physical books. So it seems like more of a viral thing, which is pretty cool too.
That's really neat because, there are so many people out there who just want the hard copy after they've fallen in love with something.
That's true. That's true. That's been a big argument, the issue for like at least the last 5 years or six about how American people we just like to read physical comic books. What's really interesting that everyone knows the Japanese audience loves reading comics locally and everything, but we still love our tangible stuff. I have a theory. My theory is that back in the '80s, like comic books used to be collectibles. Like people wanted to keep like Superman comics or whatever because they think it would earn money in the future and everything. So obviously the collectible business of comics is gone, but the whole idea of having a physical, mint condition book is still there. So
No, I agree. I'm that way with video games. Like I have to have the case, the manual, and everything intact, or else I don't really feel like I have the video game. It's like a collector's instinct in me.
that's
I
so
just need
true.
to show off.
That's so true. I mean, that's true with my Xbox. Like, I have a lot of games I download on Xbox Live that I paid for, but I don't consider them games because I don't have a I can't see like the cartridges or the CD or the little disc cases. So yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, when I try to, I try and get the download vouchers, and those come in like a case, even though there's nothing inside of it. At least I feel like, I can put that on my wall, and I have that game.
Yeah, yeah. It's I don't know. It's I don't know what it's all about. We just love having physical, tangible stuff, and that's great too because I guess you feel that since it's electronic, it's all virtual, so like um, it can be deleted like just like poof like that and gone. But at least you still have a physical thing that you can have keep for years and years and years and show your grandkids and all that stuff. This is what we had when we were like when I was your age type of stuff.
You young whippersnapper. And you wave your cane at him and shoo him away. But we're
Yeah.
going to go to a very short break. But when we come back, we'll talk even more about you guys' publications, and it will be awesome. So,
Hey, hey, hey.
stay tuned to 91.8 The Fan. Ever wonder what's going on in the anime world? Check out 918 The Fan every weekday for the newest iStock. We'll fill you in on everything you need to know in 3 minutes or less. Only on 918thefan.com. You're tuned back into Kana's Corner. And guess what? We're here with a special, awesome, super duper person. And that isn't supposed to sound as sugar-coated as it turned out. But we're here with Austin, a publisher for Eigo Manga.
Hey, this is pretty fun. Just relaxing, hanging out here.
Yep,
Nice.
we just chill, and actually in the break we were talking about your Haiti relief project that you have going on. Could you explain little bit about that?
Yeah, basically it's just a fundraising effort that we are doing with Doctors Without Borders. Um, Basically, if people donate like $5 or more, they will get a free copy of our comic book through our website. So we started the initiative last week, and we've taken it to like live events that we've been to, like anime conventions, and we hope to extend it for at least 6 months because this is not just like a news thing, like a once a just not like that. Just it's not just a news item. It's like a it's like an ongoing process. Like those people over there, they're hurting and they're going to be hurting even after this news is over in the United States. So um, I really wanted to participate, but I didn't know how I could help. And then I just thought, hey, what if I just give free comics away? So so that worked out really well.
Well, you do what you can. Is there any particular website that our listeners can get to help with that?
Yeah, you can go to egomanga.com/hey. That's the actual web page that talks about the how you can participate. Um, you know, um, you don't even have to go to our site. Go to redcross.com or Doctors Without Borders or whatever. But through our page, you'll get a link to an electronic comic book where you can read and download onto your iPhone app or game console, whatever, and such. And if we go to shows, if you see us at a comic book show, we'll give you like an actual graphic novel. Basically, if you just donate, we'll give you a free comic book, and 100% of the proceeds goes to Doctors Without Borders. They use it to for their resources, what they'll use for Haiti and such.
And
So
now, what conventions do you have coming up that our listeners can catch you at?
We just did animation on display that was in San Francisco. Um, the next, the big one we're gonna do is WonderCon. That's in April. Um, we may do another one around the area, but we may. I don't really know right now, but I know the next big one will be in April, and we'll have the Doctors Without Borders relief petition there as well. But it's on our schedule. It looks like it was. We just did the one last week. No, it's the one 2 weeks ago, and the next big one is anime on this. Excuse me, WonderCon. It's like a mini Comic Con. It's a sister of Comic Con. It's done by the same organization, but it's done in San Francisco.
Well, I wish we could see you at that convention in April, but I think the only one we're going to in April is SakuraCon or SakuraCon, whichever
Oh,
one you want to go with.
yeah, 10 years ago, somebody wanted us to go up there, and like I really wanted to go. I haven't had a chance yet, but I did. I definitely want to go up there. That's in Seattle, right?
Yes, it's in Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, it looks really cool and everything. And like, they have some really good bands sometimes up there, I believe.
Yeah, I
Like,
think this year they have a High and Mighty Color.
really?
Yes.
They never show up here. You know, it sucks. I love that band a lot, and they never come here.
Oh, believe me, I know what you're
That's
talking about.
well, at least we get high. So and we get um Utada came on Sunday, so San Francisco's still a major spot. So we just miss out on high mighty color, but at least we get the A-list bands.
Very nice. Well, Utada definitely is an A-list. We saw her at the House of Blues, actually, the 30th it was.
Yeah, yeah, that was in December or January.
It was January.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, she came I think a week before in San Francisco and everything. But
She's really trekking.
trekking, I have to admit I didn't go because like she was supposed to come earlier and like she like canceled it because of a swine flu thing. Like they said she's afraid of some type of the H1N1 thing. So I didn't know that she rescheduled it for last Sun for the next time and everything. So when I found out, like, man, I was pretty upset.
Oh, well, maybe you can catch her next time.
Yeah, like, which is great. They always come back like every once or 2 years, so it's not so bad.
Now, do you have any other awesome projects that you want to touch upon or talk about?
Yeah, actually, this is kind of like I'm jumping the gun, but we're actually working on a new manga. Um, it's basically it's based off of a pop group called Vanity King. It's a recording artist. Her name is Dawn Richards, and she works for Diddy, and she's like she has a show on MTV called Making a Band and everything. So and anyway, she made a comic book I think a year ago, and we are revamping that comic book and we'll convert it into a manga. We're revamping the whole story and the whole everything about it. And we're working with some really talented Korean manhwa artists who've done some great work called in great work in a manga anthology called Bookkeep. It's like some big famous thing over there. So so basically, we're excited about that. We're supposed to send out a press release tomorrow, but um, I guess I'm talking about it now.
So we kind of get the early scoop then.
Absolutely, the very early scoop. And yeah, Dawn, she's the star of this thing, and I know she's gonna circulate this to her fans, and she has relationships with MTV, so hopefully it'll be on her website or something. So we're really excited about it because the artwork that we did was really nicely done. It's amazing, and we worked really hard on the storyline. I'll just go briefly about the story. It's basically about it's a alien girl from another planet, and she's sent to Earth to fight a war that her people are fighting against another alien race, and that war has spilled onto Earth. So she's like in the middle of everything, and she's also like this child of destiny. She's like supposed to be this destiny to liberate her people from these oppressors and everything. But at the same time, she's just a 15-year-old girl. She has so many anxieties, so many fears, and so many just problems that ail that a 15-year-old person has. And at the same time, she's accepting Earth as her like her home. You know, so it's like basically a girl who doesn't want to be a hero but has to be because of her legacy or whatever, and she has all these huge responsibilities to fight, to protect her people against these tyrannical oppressors. At the same time, protecting Earth because they had nothing to do with the war, but it just happens to be on a doorstep. So I don't know if you kind of got the gist of that, but it was we're trying to make it a very deep story and everything. Um, so the website on tomorrow officially, you can check out the artwork. It'll be on egomanga.com/danity. Danity is spelled Danity. And that'll you'll see some artwork of the manga artwork that we've done of so far of the characters and everything. And so so I'm just really excited about it because as a publisher, I dealt with manga like our stuff for like the last 10 years, but this is my most exciting project because it's because we're really trying to have a very deep um, a very a person who deals with a lot of deep stuff, in her life and everything, and someone is who's thrown into like a situation, a dangerous situation that she has nothing to do with, but um, but she has to do it anyway. So I
That
don't know.
sounds like a sort of a sci-fi treat, and I really want to check out the website tomorrow to see what it looks like. Do you
Well,
guys have?
you can check it out now. It's on egomanga.com/danity.
Oh, it's
It,
already up.
but you can see, yeah, you can see some of the artwork there, like of the character and such. And but
I'm all gonna
yeah,
cheat and look at it now.
I don't care. But like, it'll be out tomorrow anyway. But I'm just really excited about it because it's just because I know everyone says that they're gonna make the greatest manga ever, the greatest comic book ever, and I know a lot of celebrities have done their own comics and such. Like Courtney Love has done this stuff with Tokyo Pop and and Avril Lavigne as well. So I keep that in mind, and I know the stigma that we're fighting against. So because I'm one of those negative people too, saying that that actors shouldn't be doing comics, blah blah blah. Um, so I'm taking that perspective and applying it to our comic to make sure that we really do a good job and we really listen to our audience and such. So basically, just because you're a famous person doesn't mean that you can, you make a good comic. So anyway,
Now, do you guys have an estimated window of release on this, or is it kind of up and coming still?
no. Basically, we releasing like it's a traditional comic book. Basically, it's like a traditional American comic book is about it's about 27 pages. It's like issue one. You know, so issue one is going to come out, I believe, on March 10th. Um, and
Ooh, it's a
and
time for my
that,
birthday.
yeah, happy birthday. Maybe I can send you something. And then
Aw.
but we'll definitely have an iPhone app for it. And the full graphic novel should be out like around I think during July 2nd in time for Anime Expo. But we're just working on installment by installment, and we'll release each installment part of our Rumble Pack publication. It's our magazine. It's our Shonen Jump, as you will, if you will.
But we
So,
will we will definitely meet you at Anime Expo to pimp that out.
yeah, definitely. And Dawn will be there. She's gonna check out Anime Expo and such. And that's that. But anyway, it's gonna be out. You can check out the work that we've got now. You can tweet about it. You can comment. We're always, I'm very open to hear what people say about the direction, about the direction of our book. So like, if people want to comment or ask, please feel free to do so, and I'll definitely reply back, and Don will definitely reply back as well. So we want to make it very organic, and actually listen to what people want to say. At the same time, we're so very true to our story, but blah blah. I don't know what I'm saying. I guess I just tongue tied, but it's just really it's been it's a very fun story that I'm really excited about writing right now.
No problem. I can tell you're excited. Can you tell us your Twitter or the Twitter that we could respond to?
Well, my Twitter is private and personal. I kind of don't. Okay, but it's Austin Oswanky. That's my Austin. Well, actually, I misspelled my Twitter thing when I first signed up. So like it's Osteo Oswanky. That's it. But like we have an official MySpace page, which is Egomanga, myspace.com/Egomanga. I have a Facebook page where I do both Egomanga and my personal stuff. So um, you know, if you say that you're a friend of the show, you can become my friend. But I normally don't want to have people I don't know as my friends on Facebook. But like, if you say you're like you caught me on this radio show, then you're my friend, and then you get the inside scoops and blah blah blah. But our official, you know, social networking site would be right now would be our MySpace Ego Manga, myspace.com/Ego Manga page where you can comment, you can blog, you can say whatever you want, or chat with us regarding Vanity Kane or anything about our company, or you know, or even about our Doctors Without Borders thing.
That's really awesome. Is there anything else we need to know to kind of stalk you on the interwebs?
No. Well, basically, people are asking me when's our next Rumble Pack out. We haven't been out of publication. We've just basically been selling our books to schools. So the only way, right? Well, we hope to do a commercial release of our Rumble Pack publication soon. But right now, you can get our books in your schools, like in your library. So ask your librarian or your school teacher, whatever, to get for them to buy a subscription to Rumble Pack. In this economy, like we found out that schools are the best ways to sustain the black.
Well, good to know. We will take that advice to heart. And sadly, my time with you is running short. But before you leave, I have to ask if you'd be willing to participate in a 91.8 The Fan tradition.
Sure.
We were wondering if we could get a bump from you.
A bump? What's a bump?
A bump is basically we get it from everybody who comes on the show, but we ask you to say a line, which is usually, my name is, insert here, I do this, insert here, and you're tuned into 91.8 The Fan.
Okay, great, no problem. My name is Austin Osweki, and I'm with Eigo Manga, and you're listening to 91.2.
91.8.
I'm sorry. Right. My name is Austin Osweki, and I do Eigo Manga, and you're listening to 91.8, The Fan.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been fun.
And hopefully we can have you on in the future, and we appreciate you being here.
Oh, no problem. I'm sure Don will want to be on the show, too, for the Danity Kane thing.
Awesome. We would love to have him on. And sure. And make sure to stay tuned to 91.8 The Fan. Everything you want to hear and nothing you don't.